to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Razorbacks will put total leather and we'll get started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So Alabama's offense will have the football first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, and I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Horton. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Let's see what they've got on second down. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Under fire. Hit as he throws. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like...
Oh, they faked it, snapped it to the up man. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the first down. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Let's talk about Alabama. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a full...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Jackson will throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense. offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but there he goes. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Horton. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
A little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now.
Getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here comes the heat. He's open on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Hosley. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going for it all. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Rolling, throwing, looking right. What a catch and what a throw. sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They had receivers winning Heisman.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back. He made him pay.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game.
Touchdown! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Jackson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Handoff from the gun. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Got his man in the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Trying play action. Bringing the heat. Not able to hook up the air. Incomplete. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Motion from the wideout. A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like, the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, the inside give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets a block. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Back to throw, it's Russell. Quickly complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. The option look. He'll toss it. And into the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Picked up 2 yards on that last when they need 8 on second down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looks it in at the 40. Slips through the line. Bulldozes his way through. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Takes it from the gun on third down. Rushes on him. Got his man in the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. To the air, it's Russell. Pulls it in, it's Williams. A 7-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd and 3. Alabama quickly back to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he wants it all. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking for the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. Jackson will throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. And the Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Gives it on the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Split backs here. Rides to back and leaves it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a man on the left. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Making side adjustments here. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Using his legs, it's Young. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. Gets it past the marker. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Motion from the wide receiver. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Russell. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Jackson will throw. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. The quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom.
There he goes. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. He'll pull it on the read. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Caught near the sticks, it's Edwards. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run. He threw a couple of costly interceptions in that loss last week, but a really good job to take care of the football in this one.
And Reese at that position.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they've impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. When he breaks into the open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Temple. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed behind the line. It's Anthony. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Pocket breaking down. Caught in the backfield, it's Dupree. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Absolutely center cut. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Gets it out fast. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The give as they work on that clock. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Young. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Here we go. Do the show. Right. Here we go. Ready.
Motion from the back. Jackson going to throw it. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this game.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Under fire. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.